Hey friends, I'm Josh.
And I'm Justin.
And we are Nuvo Olive Oil. In 2012, we started Nuvo Olive Oil because we learned the most important quality when it comes to olive oil is that it's fresh.
I mean, you'd think it's obvious. You wouldn't eat rotten fruit or vegetables. But to be honest with you, Josh, I never really thought of olive oil as being seasonal.
I know, and most people don't. But being here in the farmer's market, we've learned just how incredible fresh or seasonal foods really is.
And actually how much better it tastes. Let's go check out the Nuvo booth.
Let's do it.
So here we are, the Nuvo booth.
At the farmer's market. And what's so cool is that it's an awesome agricultural classroom. We want to invite you in and share with you the local farmers and their seasonal produce, what they grow and what to do with them.
And today we're at the South Pasadena Farmers Market and we're about to meet one of our favorite farmers, Jared from T&D Farms. And this is In Season
with Nuvo and Friends. All right, here we are at T&D Farms, and we're with Jarrett.
How's it going?
We're good. Thanks so much for joining us, Jarrett. Really means a lot. We just wanted to talk a little bit about T&D Farms. How long you guys been around? Where you located?
Yeah, so we're based out in Redlands. We do work with a few other farmers around there.
Okay, cool. Redlands.
One of the things that Josh and I were just talking about is how important fresh produce is when it still very much has a lot of its nutrients and vitality. So it's October right now. What are you guys growing right now? What are a few things that are in season for T&D?
We got sweet potatoes, and onions, garlic.
Okay, very cool. So Japanese sweet potatoes, huh? What's the growing season on those guys?
Basically, we start in February. We'll make these hotbeds, and to get these little shoots out, and then by April to May, you want to start putting those in the ground, and then by late August, early September, you can start harvesting them all the way till November 15th. It just kind of depends on the weather as well. If it's raining a lot, you got to get them out because you'll create like a black rot, like a fungus, and it can kind of ruin your crop. So, yeah.
Always battling nature.
Yeah.
The life of the farmer. Very interesting. So that's a long process. And so what would you say, what's a difference between Japanese sweet potato and a regular sweet potato?
Well, all sweet potatoes in general have a lot of like vitamins and minerals, a good source of fiber. But the nice thing about the Japanese sweet potatoes, they are low in sugar. So if you're kind of watching your sugar intake, this guy's the one to go to. So.
Yeah, everyone's always watching sugar. That's actually really good to know.
Yeah, a lot of people have diet restrictions and are working on specific diets. I think we take some of these, Josh.
I like it. I like where your head's at. Let's do it.
Awesome. Well, Jared, thanks so much for taking the time and being with us for a little bit. We really appreciate it. We love your produce and love what you do.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Hey everyone, we're back with Josh and Justin in season with Nuvo and Friends. We've made our way back from the South Pasadena Farmer Market, and we're here at the commissary of our very special friend, Chef Costas.
Hi guys, I'm Costas Cacharos from Calamaki. Chef, welcome to my commissary kitchen here in Pasadena.
Thank you so much for having us. Really appreciate it, man. We've known Chef Costas for a number of years now. I think we met at the South Pasadena Market, right?
That's correct. We met like 4 or 5 years ago in South Pasadena, and I tasted your products, and I was really impressed.
Thank you. It means a lot coming from a Greek. What did you do out of this kitchen? You work at some farmer markets? I mean, you're a chef.
Yeah, I started Calamaki 2 years ago, and I do farmers market, and I do catering and delivery as well.
Nice, excellent. And so, what are the kinds of menu items that you offer?
I offer Greek Mediterranean, focusing on the local ingredients sourced from the farmers market and wild-caught and sustainably caught seafood.
Yeah, it's all about those fresh ingredients. Awesome. So we're back from the market. We got
T&D's Japanese sweet potatoes that we got from Jared. We also have garlic, and then Costas has some other ingredients here that he's going to tell us a little bit more about. So Costas, tell us what you're actually going to be making with the produce we brought to you that's in season.
Yeah, this is one of my best sellers right now. Japanese sweet potato roasted in the oven with arugula pistachio pesto, topping with pickled red onion and an 18 years aged balsamic from Nuvo.
The Godfather. I can't wait. And so this is a little bit of a different variation than a standard, typical pesto. I see you've got different nuts, and then the herb, the herb is different. Tell us a little bit about the thinking behind that.
Yeah, inspired from the pesto genovese, but instead of pine nuts, I use pistachio because we have plenty here in California. And instead of basil, I use wild arugula, and that gives a different taste because the wild arugula is not only peppery but it's also bitter, and that gives another perspective together with sweet potato.
Yeah. Sounds amazing.
It really does. You getting hungry?
Yeah, I've been hungry since I got here.
All right, well, let's do it.
So we get the Japanese sweet potatoes, put them on a kosher salt, and then roast them in the oven in 400 degrees for 40 minutes.
All right, so we got the Japanese sweet potatoes in the oven, and now I guess it's time to make the pesto.
Yeah, so pesto, you can make it with a pestle mortar if you want. So you start with the garlic, and then you add the nuts, and then the greens, and you grind the cheese, and then you add the olive oil at the end.
And you just mix it all up together, huh?
Yeah, and then all you can do with a blender, which is going to be easier. I like to see the chunks of cheese in pesto. I don't want too much, and I want to taste also the cheese and the nuts.
Interesting, very okay. And so 2 types of cheeses, which isn't always the case, or?
So, as I said, inspired from a pesto genovese, you use a pecorino romano, which is like peppery and salty, and I use, in this case, grana padano or parmesan, which is more mild, but then it gives a nice balance with arugula, which is like bitter and peppery.
Okay, very cool. And then, Jared from T&D Farms, that's where, we got these Japanese sweet potatoes. He was saying one of the cool things is that it's low in sugar. That's why people like them. Is there a particular reason why you like them when you're cooking this dish?
The Japanese sweet potatoes are one of my favorite. When I used to grill them, they behave better than the orange ones. And then the taste is not so sweet, but then it has that flavor, which it's really nice with the pesto and the balsamic and the pickled red onion.
All right, very interesting, very cool. So, all right, I guess the next step is...
Check to see how they're doing. I mean, it's hot, so it's just like, you can use a cake tester. Now I can see that this is cooked because it's very soft. And, if you're brave, you can squeeze with your finger. You can let them rest and cool them down, and then you can rinse the salt. And wait a little bit till they cool down, and then you cut them in half. Cut the sweet potatoes in half. You can grill them if you want, or saute with butter. And then you add the pesto.
That looks delicious.
Run nicely around. And then I add 18 years aged balsamic from Nuvo.
The Godfather.
A small bottle.
Yes, so much more control with those little bottles.
And
Lifesavers.
then, finishing touch, pickled red onion. A pickled red onion. I cook them in a red wine vinegar with the garlic and bay leaf. So you have a nice contrast. A little bit you have the bitter from the arugula, the sweetness from the sweet potato. It comes the balsamic, and then the pickled red, the vinegar brings the balance.
Wow, this looks dynamite. Whoa, high five, man. Costas, man, thank you so much. We're going to take this back to the market, back to Jarrett now. And
He's
man,
gonna love it. I know it. He's gonna be all about it. It looks delicious, Costas. Thank you.
Thanks for coming. And see you at the markets.
definitely. And so just let people know if they want to try your food, where they can find you.
Yeah, every Wednesday at Altadena, every Sunday at Hollywood, and you can visit our website and choose for delivery or catering, and follow us on Instagram, Calamaki La.
Kalimaki La,
Calamaki La, yeah.
like Kalamaki LA kind of thing.
Yeah.
Awesome. This is wonderful. Thank you again, Kostas.
Thanks, Costas.
Thank you, guys.
All right, so here we are. We're back at the South Pasadena Farmers Market. We got what Costas just cooked up, and we're about to surprise Jared with the meal.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Had Costas cook up something with those Japanese sweet potatoes, and we'd love for you to try it. Let us know what you think. Woo.
I'm hungry.
So Japanese sweet potato with pesto, using your garlic, of course, and pickled red onions.
And our Godfather balsamic.
It's pretty good. Eat this whole thing, I'll devour it. Oh, you can definitely taste the freshness in this thing.
That was awesome.
Dude, mission accomplished.
Mission complete.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Man, that's so cool that Japanese sweet potatoes have the least amount of sugar. I didn't know that.
Had no idea about that.
That's so cool.
And how awesome was that dish that Costas
Wow.
cooked up?
I wish that Jared would have shared some with us.
Yeah. Well, me too, actually.
No, you got to give the farmer everything he needs.
That's true. That's true. But you know, so we had this Japanese sweet potatoes. We had the garlic from T&D Farms. Costas used our Godfather balsamic to cook up that awesome dish. I mean, that combination was so righteous.
And that's why we're here. And that's what's going to be so exciting about this is discovering different foods and seeing how different Nuvo products, how it interacts with those ingredients and the incredible dishes that you can create just from a few simple ingredients.
And just how important it is and how awesome it is, how much better it is to buy in season at your local farmer's market. Because they really do make the best stuff. They work their tails off and you really taste the difference in the food.
I can't wait. I think this is going to be a really exciting time. In season, baby.
And we have so many other farmers markets that we're going to go to and so many new farmers that we're going to introduce to all of you. We're really looking forward to it. We hope you stay tuned. We hope you stay healthy. And thank you again for all your love and support. It means the world to Nuvo and friends.
Thank you. In season with Nuvo
And friends.
Please be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and go to our website, nuvooliveoil.com, for simple recipes, fresh ingredients for a healthier lifestyle. Stay healthy, friends.